Welcome back to Slough House, a podcast about Apple TV Plus's show Slow Horses Season 5. My name's Catfish, and with me, as always, is someone whose idea of a good time is jumping onto someone on the dance floor. It's Bubba!
Hey, mate. Really glad you're here. Let's get on with it. Cracking.
All right, we are talking about Season 5, Episode 1, Bad Dates. A mass shooting rocks London, intensifying a testy mayoral race. Shirley believes one of the slow horses was the target of an attempted hit. On today's pod, we've got our rankings of the episode, and we debut our brand new for this season. We've changed them all up, our weekly segments. First, we've got Double O.
Double O.
Oldman's O levels. And of course, when we say O levels, we're talking about his olfactory levels. What does he smell like on this episode? We've got Triple R,
Triple R.
Roddy's raunchiness, and Crazy Like a Fox River versus Lazy River. Of course, we will put on our robes and dust off our wigs to face off in the crown court of justice. Bubba?
Yeah.
We just got to start this right off. First of all, I promised him right up top. What is your rating for episode 1 of season 5 of Slow Horses?
Wow, the fifth season is jumping us in. I'm giving it 8 double C's out of 10.
Double C's?
Can you guess what double C stands for?
I can't, Bubba.
It's for Cocaine Company. River and Shirley were going to have some cocaine company in her bathroom stall, or they were going to share cocaine because they work for the same company. It didn't go well. It was heartbreaking to see good cocaine go to waste. We are back in it. These are our heroes. 8 is a good starting place for such a great series, Emmy-nominated series. It's a soft 8 because this is just me. I wonder how many listeners tell me if you feel the same way. I still feel like characters like Shirley and like Co. To me, they're still the newbies, and so I don't get as emotionally invested in their problems. I care about Catherine. I care about River. I care about everybody. But these newbies, eh. And then, wait a minute. You are telling me, that Louisa might leave? If Louisa leaves, I'm gone. I'm out. So 8 out of 10, that's for me. What about you, Catfish?
Bubba,
Yeah.
I am also going to put this on the double C scale.
Okay, cocaine company. Let's hear it.
No,
What?
it is
No.
for calamitous coincidences, and I'm going to give this episode 7 out of 10. Now, look, the event that draws Slow House into the main storyline, into the along with the real investigators, always is a little touch coincidental. But
Say that
here,
again.
it is really, really outright outrageous. Now, I guess the positive to it is we're sort of drawn into it right away. Usually there's a little bit of time before they really get anchored to each other, but they are anchored to each other right away. But I found this first episode a little more dour than
Huh.
usual episodes. Now,
Huh.
I mean, it's kind of a dark show. It's a dirty show. Gary Oldman is
Is
just
dirty.
he's bringing
He's
the
a
filth.
method actor. He's covered in filth.
He is bringing the filth every time. But I think it was
But
more dour. We've got the depression of River and Shirley. So there's just a lot of moping around in this episode. But what I did love, Bubba,
what?
was even though not everybody believes that Ho was targeted by the van, which again, he was not targeted by the van, just an amazing coincidence crashing into him, but that
Hmm.
everyone did believe that it was very suspicious that he had a hot date. And in fact, that was truly suspicious. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to some more, but I found it, even though there's some delightful lines, Catherine saying to Oldman, those cigarettes going to kill you. And he says, yes, that's why I'm smoking them. Some really good laugh lines. Still, I found it a little down.
Hey, those are our ratings. Listeners, what are your ratings? Are you happy to be back in Slough House with the slow horses? Go down on the YouTube comments and let us know. If you're on social media listening on audio podcast, we're on almost all social media platforms at double PHQ. That's the word double, the single letter P for podcast, HQ for headquarters at double PHQ. If we're not on a social media platform that you're on, write to us and let us know. We also need you to subscribe. We want you on this journey, this only 6 episode journey back into the world of the dogs.
And
And
Bubba, we really need people's help because we are
oh
only
yeah,
a few subscribers away from 20,000.
that's right. That's right. So hop on it, please. Catfish,
Yes. Talk to me,
because
Bubba.
it's been a year since our season 4 coverage, why don't you tell everybody your thoughts on the show so far? If you've read the books, where do you stand with the world of MI5?
I have watched this show as fast as I could from the very beginning of this
Ooh.
show. I just love it. Cannot even hold off to binge watch it. And when Apple was early on trying to give us more of the drug, even though there was few episodes, they still gave us more than one episode to start off with, and now they've got us on the drip, drip, drip. I love it. It's a great show. I've been begging you to share your opinion with the world, and so I'm just super excited that we're back.
I have read the first book, and this series is so faithful to the book series, but I haven't read ahead because I don't want to get spoiled. Catfish, have you
Yeah.
read this fifth book, London Rules?
I have not. Like you, I got the first book, but then I was like, well, I just watched the show. And so I did not. I ended up borrowing it, but I ended up not reading it.
Oh,
I'm kind of afraid I would go too far and would indeed spoil things because I had read the same that they are very, very faithful to the books.
listeners, have you read? Once again, join us in Slough House. We want you to be part of MI5. We want you to be part of MI6. If you want to be part of MI7, 8, or 9, go down and leave us a comment. We want to hear from you. Catfish,
Hmm.
before we dive into this episode,
Yeah.
I said it. If Louisa leaves, I leave. So, real quick,
Wow.
everybody got to sign their goodbye message on Louisa's going away card. And so we're going to bring up a screen grab of it right now. In case you're on audio podcast, we'll read it for you. Shirley left the note, good decision, slightly jealous. That was her message. Pretty good. We had Catherine who said, simply take care of yourself. Jackson Lamb, do you know what he wrote, Catfish?
What did he write, Bubba? Something filthy.
No, he just wrote his last name, Lamb. He didn't even leave a message. Now, Co just wrote best, JK Co. And we have Roddy. Roddy wrote, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, Rod Dog as his signature. And then River, maybe slightly heartfelt. I don't see that he kissed the card. He wrote, I will miss the only sane person in this office. Hurry back, River. So, Catfish, let's hear it.
Yeah.
If we're going to lose her, what's the best message? Who gave the best message of all these characters, of all these slow horses? Who wrote the best thing in the card to Louisa?
Well, I'm going to think about this from Luis's not point of view, not your point of view, where if she's gone for good, you're going to be gone. But for her mental health, I think the best response was good decision, slightly jealous. But what surprised me, Bubba, was that the most dickish response was not hose, but
No.
it was Rivers with the hurry back. That's mean. Hurry back to this cesspool.
Hey, you need your job, you need your benefits. She's not going to be happy either way, so why not be
No, I think
miserable
Rivers
at,
Rivers
yeah.
looking for a different kind of benefits.
Hello, here we go, as am I. All right.
All right, Bubba, what
Yep.
about you? What did you think was the best message?
I thought Jackson, her boss, gave the best message because you never want to hear from your boss even when you're leaving. So just writing his last name, Lamb, perfect.
All right, Bubba, now it is time for one of our new games.
New games, come on.
Double O,
Double O.
Oldman's O levels. And by
Oh,
O level, we mean his olfactory level. I have always thought that Gary Oldman's look and performance is so strong in this,
yeah,
you can actually smell him through the TV. So every week, we're going to pick one of his scenes and describe what we smelled during the scene.
sure. Why don't you go first? Because I don't want to, I want to know how realistic my answer is supposed to be. So, Catfish, what did you smell when Jackson Lamb was there in his office taking a nap?
Oh well, it was when he was talking to Catherine and the smoking, the aforementioned, yes, because I thought it was going to kill me. And he puts the cigarette out in the tea, and we see the desk, and he just leans back, and I get the distinct aroma of elderly person discovered 2 days after their death, mixed with a hint of hair burnt on a coil heater.
Oh, that is a fragrance you'll find at Macy's. That's pretty good.
What about you, Bubba?
For me, the first time we see him,
Hmm.
he's at Bepe's Cafe, which is a real place which has a 4.8 rating on TripAdvisor. And so I don't want to say what he smelled like at that restaurant because I don't want them spiking my food. But it was a full English breakfast of scents. Let's put it that way.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, Bubba,
Yeah.
we have already got feedback from our listeners. We always love feedback from our listeners,
Yeah.
and we love for you to share it with us. We need your content to boost our content quality level. So the Black Kraken said he smelled your favorite cocktail,
What's
smoked old fashioned or whiskey sour.
wow.
That almost
Wow.
smells too fancy for the way that he smelled during this episode.
Mm. Sometimes you gotta go the full Monty, which of course I think was set in Scotland. So let's not go there, but you- we're down in London, baby. This Bepe's Cafe, I brought it up right here. It's on Huser Lane, right, not too far from the Barbican Center. This is perfect.
I love it. I love it. Well, he's right where the action is. Now, Bubba,
Yeah.
oh, it is time for our second segment, Triple R.
Triple R.
Roddy's raunchiness. This is the weekly award for the most hostile workplace comment or activity. Now, it is named for Roddy Ho because he says so much inappropriate section at the office that he is bound to win it every week. I'm going to say in a stunner, the
Yeah.
inaugural winner of this award is not Roddy, it's Double F.
Double F.
Fuckability Phil, the
Oh,
policeman who used a work WhatsApp chat to rate suspects by fuckability.
oh man. Oh man, not fair. What?
Bubba, whose chat group he should join is Pete Hegzess. I'm sure he would appreciate all of that.
He sure would. Catfish, you want to hear my answer for this?
Yeah, I do.
The coldest one is when Jackson's asking Shirley. He's like, and why doesn't Ho say anything about this assassination attempt? And Shirley just points out he didn't notice. And Jackson goes, yeah, I could see it. And that was so good, so wonderful. But because it wasn't at the workplace, it was there at Bepe's Cafe. It doesn't count. It's fine. You can say whatever you want at Bepe's, right near the Barbican Center. Open morning till night for your for your
Gastronomic desires.
yeah, yeah,
All
exactly.
right, Bubba. Well, Black Kraken chimed in on this one again, and he says
What does he
it
say?
is right before Hogue gets out of the cab with his date slash whatever, and Ho says to the driver, "You've got precious cargo."
That is love.
It is something. Black Kraken also refers to the woman as a honey trap.
Ooh, do
You don't
you
even
agree?
you don't even need honey for hoe. I mean,
Hey now,
just
that's not
take a
nice.
little sugar, maybe some table salt.
Oh, come on.
Uh, well, listen,
You
I don't
are,
know if she's the exact definition of honey trap as a
yeah.
spy,
Uh-huh.
but she definitely debased herself in order to distract Hope.
How could you? How could you? You are being so unserious that I think, like the episode, we need to get you seriously on track. And let's talk about this horrific mass shooting, which takes place right there at the Abbasfield Shopping Center. You want to get back in? You want to learn that there are stakes with the story of season five?
Hmm.
This is so brutal because it's right there in London. If it happened in America, we'd yawn and wonder, what else is on. But there in London, a shooting like that, that drops, that gets people to sit up and notice. Catfish, what did you think of this? And is it already too early to say this is a false flag?
I don't think it's too early to say that. I mean, what's nice is that again, very quickly we learn,
Yeah.
and this happens a lot in slow horses, we learn what's going on before anyone is able to piece it together. However, they don't mess around too much. So by the end of the episode, not only do we know things did not go down the way we thought, in fact, I kind of wondered, fuckability Phil apparently is not only bad as far as hostile workplace environment, but not very sharp. Somehow he determined that that headshot was self-inflicted. I don't know.
If they don't have guns like we don't have, which hopefully means they don't have the terrible gun violence that we have, would an average everyday, cop on the beat even know the difference between bullet wounds like that? The shooter did have a sub-automatic machine gun. Would you, a lay person, be able to tell the difference between being shot at point blank from a sub-automatic or being taken out by a sniper rifle? I mean, I wouldn't. So I'm
I wouldn't
defending
either.
this sexist jerk.
Not surprising.
Hey, now, speaking of sexist jerks, in the incel's apartment, the guy who does the mass shooting, he had a poster up on his wall, and I couldn't perfectly make it out, but I'm pretty sure the poster read, "Treat your body like a temple and your woman like a dog."
Oh
Whoa.
dear.
Whoa. Yeah.
Well, it's really sad that we've lost him.
And we're gonna, I'm kind of jumping around a bit, but we're told this shooter was active on a kind of a web blog website on the
Right.
dark internet called The Unseen. And what a lot of people online are speculating is, do you think our boy Roddy has an unseen account? Uh, oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no. Would that be horrific?
Listen, I made fun of it, but I know it was coincidental that Roddy almost got run over by the van, but
Yeah.
I mean there cannot be it can't be crazy enough that someone is after Roddy for the same. In other words, I think the only thing that
Right.
ties these two events together is the almost hit and run, because it would be too crazy if he's tied into it in another way.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, like River's dad coming back and being tied into some crazy plot. Oh wait, season four. I don't know, Catfish. I think it could be. I think there could be a tie there. That's just what people are speculating. I haven't
Mm.
read this book, so I don't know. How about this?
Hmm.
Once again, London doesn't have this horrific gun problem that the States have, where, they're like, how did he get that gun? And I'm thinking, well, if he was in the States, he went down to, a sporting goods store and got it. Kidding.
Or he
But,
just went to that 4.8-star restaurant.
right. Or he went to his dad's place, But the one thing we don't know about is really divisive elections. So there's a mayor's race, mayoral race here. One of the first victims in the mass shooting was holding a table out for incumbent Mayor Jaffrey, who seems, word on the street is, he seems like he's a shoo-in to be reelected against that tool, the candidate Dennis Gimble. But they have this line, elections aren't idiot proof. And wow,
Hey, what is that true, Bubba?
once again,
I
London,
have I have
I thought
no
London
personal
was different.
experience.
I thought London was different from here. I didn't know. Wow, this is brutal. This is
Hmm.
how we get introduced to kind of the parks people. Emma Flight is back. She had a real rough season four where Jackson Lamb kind of, dunked on her multiple times an episode. Here, she gets to be in charge. She gets to be the person kind of putting all the pieces together at first. For once, if Jackson Lamb isn't around, she can seem like the smartest person in the room against this terrible, cop on duty, like we keep joking about. Does she realize that this is almost a frame job? Do you think Tavener already realizes that, hey, this kid was, and I say kid, it might have been 30 for God's sake. Do you think the shooter was put up to it, pushed to do it, and then taken out so he couldn't be tracked?
The funny thing is that, in this series, they're not showing that the park is inept, and therefore
Right.
that's why these losers can do it. It's most of the time the park is just very political and is doing not good things.
Say that again.
So,
It is too often in this show that the park is really the cause of all the misery. I hope that's not true in this instance.
All right. Well, I know you're a big supporter of the park. You're always railing against those defund the park people.
Well, okay, listen. If this kid was pushed to do it, the shooter was pushed to do it, the incel was pushed to do it. Let's go through it. Was he pushed to do it by Jaffrey? Was he pushed to do it by Jaffrey's security person, who's Tyson Bowman? Was he pushed to
Oh,
do it?
whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. There you go. Being just as
Did you
racist
catch
as the
me? Did you
cop,
catch me? The chief of staff.
you son
I
of
wanted to
a.
see if you were listening.
Yes, I was listening. You know what?
Okay.
I almost didn't call you out just because I'm too polite, but that could not stand.
I was going to say that can't be true. You're being too polite. Or was it done by Gimble or Gimble's wife Dodie or somebody else? Who do you think encouraged this incel to do it?
It's tough. It's tough because, first of all, it can't be good for the challenger to have it be
Gimble, yeah.
seen that one of his followers is causing violence.
He sold so many books. How could it be proven he's his follower? Come on.
Then again, who knows? We're living in a crazy world where he
We
could be
are.
like, look, there's got to be someone who's strong to take care of all these violent characters that follow my words. So you got to vote for me. You know what? I will say this, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
again, history has proven on this show that it's going to end up being more complex and almost more unbelievable than we can understand at this point. That is almost identifying a simple reason why this happened for purely for the benefit of one of the other candidates. It's just not how this show rolls.
Of the four that I just mentioned, I think you would look at Dodie. I think Dodie is the perfect type of person to have done it. She wants her husband out there. She wants to rail against the machine. The machine falsely accusing her husband. Boy, that would be good for her. I don't know. That's my guess.
Right. Okay. So if it turns out that
And if it turns out
yes,
she's wrong, I still hate her. So it doesn't matter.
okay. Either way.
Her and her husband Gimbal, they can suck it.
My prediction for this season is going to be
Yeah.
far more complex than we can even imagine right now.
Okay. All right. I kept mentioning Emma Flight. Uh, it feels like she's around for a reason. She was a punching bag last season. Is she going to be a punching bag again, or is she going to be somebody who maybe doesn't watch what she says around Taverner and ends up in Slough House? What do you suspect for Emma Flight?
Holy cow. It would be crackling to see more scenes between her and Lamb for sure. That would
Yeah.
be fun to have her around Slough House. I think she's too effective as what she's doing to be relegated to a Slough House.
Okay. All right. We will see if that is true. Listeners, if you haven't read the book, we want to know what you think. How about before we, really get to Slough House, where all our favorite characters lie, let's go to the one who reminds me the most of you, and that's First Desk Claude Whelan. Any thoughts of how he's going to do, where he's had, Taverner biting at his heels for quite a while? She wants that job. Now he's in a very delicate position and he seems to dismiss any concerns of like, oh, nobody will get me in trouble. What do you think?
I think he will get his comeuppance this season.
What comeuppance for what? A lot of times you do something that deserves a comeuppance. He's been perfect.
You like you said, he is sitting in the desk of someone who wants his job, who is apparently smarter than him. However, one has to wonder, wouldn't
Wonder.
she be smart enough to know that she's better off not in that job? After all, she survived more than one person being in that job and keeping the power. I mean, right now she's sort of she's kind of got it over him, so
Hmm.
she's in a great position, I think,
Okay.
having her.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. In other words, you just wanted to say Claude was perfect like I did. Okay, perfect.
Well, I mean, I'm so glad that you said that since when you introduced him, you said he most reminded you of me. So I'm going to take that compliment as I see it wound its way around.
I'm glad you fell for it. Perfect. All right, so let's get to Roddy. Roddy has been a hero through 4 seasons. He has provided valuable information, has he not? He is a whiz kid as far as hacking into computer systems and getting information. He
Hmm.
is incredible at that. He should have Taverner's job. He's so good at it. And he's almost as good as he is at that, he's almost better when dancing parkour through the city. Don't you agree? I mean, I have always hated that Robert Palmer song. And now seeing Ho dance to it, I go, I've been wrong. The next time I see Robert Palmer, I'm gonna go up to him and say, buddy, I was wrong.
Wow, it would have only been better if he was doing it to Walking on Sunshine. That would have been perfect.
Oh man, if he had been doing it to Walking on Sunshine, I would still tell Robert Palmer I was wrong.
All right, well, good to know. You know where he has breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that breakfast place you were talking about.
Pepe's Cafe. Well, that's where Lamb
Pepe's.
does.
No, no,
So,
no, that's where Robert Palmer has breakfast
oh,
every day.
sorry. I thought you meant Chrissy Hines or whoever
No.
sings Walking on Sunshine. Boy, we are all music experts, so let's get to it.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Roddy would listen to that rather than some, drum and bass techno stuff? That he would listen to
Listen,
Robert Palmer from the 80s? Mm-mm.
listen, he's the kind of guy that would like, he would hear that song and he's like, that song, I can't believe that somebody wrote a song about me before I was even born.
Oh man, that happened to me with Carly Simon, but it happens. So, hey, why won't anybody believe Shirley? And why do you dismiss somebody even if you think they have PTSD and they're in denial? Why would you treat them so poorly? Is it because they get treated poorly themselves? I mean, the people in this episode, Lamb is terrible. River is beyond terrible. He's like, are you trying to keep all of us slow horses alive, or are you trying to bring Marcus back? That is a not a cool thing to say by your favorite character, River.
Let's be clear, my favorite character is
Yeah.
Lamb and will always be
Well,
Lamb.
Lamb was also mean. Lamb was also dismissive of Shirley.
Okay, but let's be clear about this.
No, it's not.
Lamb's move every season when someone was like something going on was to be rude and dismissive and then do his own investigation behind the scenes because he doesn't trust anybody.
Hmm.
He always follows up on this kind of stuff. He's clearly ruminating about it already. He's the one who's going to get this in motion and actually get people to finally believe it.
I obviously we've only seen the first episode. We haven't read the book. I bet that somebody is going to go to Roddy's apartment next week and Lamb's going to stop him. Lamb, he by Catherine, one of the true heroes of this show, kind of needling him constantly. I think he is going to go to Ho's place and save the day.
Well,
Um,
once again, the fact that, oh, someone tried to run Ho down. All right, big deal. Ho's on a date with an actual woman. That is a five
yes,
alarm
yes.
fire.
Oh, okay. Let's be terrible sexist men.
Yeah.
This date was incredible. Like if this was an escort, he chose the right escort. This actress was beautiful. I'd say if you're going to, kill me with a hit, kill me with a hit with that type of beautiful model. That was,
She was extraordinarily beautiful. It's funny, it wasn't until, we're kind of seeing everything from far away. It wasn't until I saw a close-up dancing that I was like, holy cow, she really is way out of Ho's league.
well, have you ever dated anybody that far out of your league?
No, because they were that far out of my league.
Well, yeah, dated, no. But have I gone out on dates with somebody who's been that far out of my league? No.
All
uh,
right, good wrap up.
who is
Mhm.
behaving correctly? Is Catherine behaving correctly because she sees that bottle of liquor and yet doesn't reach for it? Is it Louisa's behaving correctly because she's getting away from this, toxic environment? Is it Lamb because his way always works out in the end? Who is behaving correct? Is Shirley because she's saving somebody's life? Let's hear it, Catfish. Who's doing this the right way?
I mean, look, this is one thing you learn, hopefully you learn it as a human being. I
Yeah.
think I learned it as an actor first, because you try to like copy or you're like, what do they
Yeah.
want here? But then
Hmm.
you have to learn, you know what?
What?
There's nobody who can be the best you. And for that reason,
Hmm.
nobody does Lamb the way Lamb does Lamb. He's being his best slash most cromulent self.
What that is, probably the average boring opinion. I'll go the other way in that
Yeah,
I
do it.
think I think Shirley is behaving the best. She has a belief. She's investigating to see if that belief is true, and yet she's also taking a break in some personal time when she needs a hit. So I think Shirley is handling this the best.
Right, most enthusiastic portrayal of a dance move that I've seen on screen for quite a while. From the second floor.
That was great. I mean, the solid gold dancers never did a move like that. In
No,
the Soul
no.
Train dance line, nobody said, "Oh, this will really impress Don Cornelius." And so Shirley, once again, great dancer. And how about this?
Hmm.
She understands the plight of the working man. She's like, "This poor guy's been delivering this pizza all night. I'll take his bike and I'll deliver it for him."
I mean, just on a rampage. She is, and also nice fake out of River. I
Yes.
mean, I'm like, nobody takes out a packet and just reminds themselves what they're not doing. Incredible. She's like, you fell for it, you sap.
I feel it. I feel it. Anything else you want to say? This story kind of leaves us on a cliffhanger of the date sending a message like, hey,
Hmm.
he's going home. Are you happy and excited for a season that all the promotional material implies is about Ho? Is that like the best season we could hope for?
I mean, all you can just say to that is ho, ho, ho.
I said in my
Hmm.
initial review that Shirley still feels like a newbie to me, and I haven't totally been grasped up in her problems. How do
Hmm.
you feel about her? Are you on Team Shirley?
I mean, I really enjoyed the interplay with her and her partner last year.
Hmm. R.I.P.
Sh
Marcus.
she's really, I mean, they just have her looking. She's just at on the edge. So maybe having Rodney Ho to save will focus her energies a little better and less frantically.
Now, she pointed out that Roddy is in great shape, and if you are a woman looking for a serious relationship, maybe not, but if you're there on one night, have a tumble. Do you think Shirley and Roddy are endgame?
Oh God, no. God,
What?
no.
Why not? Why do you hate
Listen.
love?
This is a great show in that you think people are going to grow and change the way they do in typical shows,
Yeah.
but they do not at all on
What?
this show. They only become more broken. I don't know, but when we were talking about past seasons,
Mm-hmm.
what I think was again, Oldman in this is just magnetic to me, and he manages to do things to actually kind of do his job and take care of people without really seeming to have. It's not like oh, there's a gooey center in there. There's not a gooey center in there.
No. Well, it is probably gooey.
You're right about that. You
Thank
are
you.
right about that. Thank you.
Finally. I've been wondering when you'd admit it. Well, Catfish, you're saying about people not really kind of growing or
Hmm.
getting to a good place. Louisa, my character, the one I support, the one you've been dissing this whole time, she's leaving. Is that the right move? Yay or nay?
That is the right move for her. And now that you've told me it's the right move for the show, so I can watch you now have to watch this show without
Never
Louise saying it.
cancel this show.
Look, her total vibe can be replaced by just like one or two sentences more from Co per episode.
Oh my, you never heard such a hater. How about this? Do you, and may say a lot about you with your answer. Do you ship them? And I mean
Uh,
River and Louisa.
River and Louisa. I was going to say Cohen River. I don't know.
Cohen River.
I absolutely do. I
Whoa.
absolutely do.
What about Min? Do you not respect Min? She's just going to toss aside Min for this, this jag off? I don't think so.
All right. Well, fine. You asked me if I shipped them, and my answer was yes.
Okay. Well, I was worried that you would get something right, and you've proven me wrong. So
There you go. You didn't need to ask me that question to find out more information
you've
about me.
proven
This
everything wrong.
this you already knew about me.
That's the episode. How about this? Let's have Nostradamus Catfish.
Oh
How
boy.
much will we see Louisa again? Will she be in the next episode? How long it's going to be before I see my favorite spy?
I think she might miss up to one episode. She's going to be back in by episode 3.
Okay. All right.
And what do you think?
I think you're wrong.
Okay, okay, good. Well, that's really all that
That's
matters,
it.
really.
That's all I
It
think.
doesn't matter when you think she's coming back.
No.
Just your pure confidence that I'm just wrong is
I,
all that I
that's what
needed.
I knew it. I just I got a 50% chance. So,
All right, so
all
now
right.
we're gonna go to our last new segment.
New segment.
Crazy River, Lazy River, and that's crazy like a fox
Hmm.
river. So I feel like in some of these seasons, it feels like River Cartwright is like, oh man, he does really good stuff.
Yeah,
But then he
sometimes.
does something idiotic.
Oh,
So we're
yes.
gonna every episode we're gonna have a
Every episode.
crazy river, crazy
Hmm.
like a fox river, a lazy river.
Hmm.
What brilliant thing did he do that makes you wonder why he's stuck with the slow horses? And what seriously dumb thing does he do that shows you why he is stuck with the slow horses in this episode? Bubba, you ready to go? You want me to roll
Give
first?
me an example of what you're looking for on the lazy river.
All right, for the crazy like a fox river,
Yeah.
it's for him. Look, Louisa was leaning in. She's giving them, you've got to be more personal.
Hmm.
You've got to open up.
Yeah.
And so I gave him crazy like a fox river for correctly sensing that Louisa wanted him to kiss her.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then after he did, I gave him the lazy river for being completely wrong about Louisa wanting him to kiss her.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Really stuck with like one moment of a 30-minute episode. That's good.
All right, you know
There's
what?
so
I'm
much
gonna
of
give
the
you.
episode,
I
you could.
think Black Kraken did a better
Oh,
job.
let's
Maybe
hear it.
this
Let's
is
hear it.
more illustrative.
Please. Yes.
Black Kraken said was crazy like a fox, correctly diagnosing his colleague,
Wait,
Shirley.
which call? Okay, good. Yeah. Wait,
Shirley.
oh yeah, okay.
Right. And what he did that was lazy, that was dumb, was telling his colleague his diagnosis of her.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I will give you the correct answer.
Okay.
Crazy like a fox, leaving a girl to go out to a club. That is crazy like a fox. I've done that behavior so many times. I should have my own club. I mean, that is pretty good. And then lazy. Lazy, you left a girl who was there to go to a club with women. Terrible mistake. Lazy river. That is the
You,
solution.
you know what I like is that you gave me a hard time for picking
What do you mean?
one moment
There was no
and
hard
then
time. There was no hard time.
and then you picked the same moment for both teams.
Wait.
That is great. That
No,
is great.
he was
Okay.
at the club. Do you remember me saying he was at the club?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
He was at the club.
All right.
All right. Bubba, what time is it now?
Put on your wigs. We are going to the crowned court. This is where every week we dive into something about this episode of Slow Horses that can reveal something about us as podcasters, as you as listeners, as the show and the world in general. This
Wow.
week, we are talking about something kind of light because it's the first episode. We don't want to go too deep, but it is a question. This episode began with an incel opening fire on people. So it's the question about, having a respectful relationship with women. And we have two characters we've been following through 4 seasons
Mm-hmm.
who have had multiple different interactions with women, either in the workplace or outside the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
And so the question is, which character is more respectful to women as a whole? Now,
Mm-hmm.
this episode provides one bit of information, but it's as a whole. So is it Roddy Ho Is Ho more respectful to women or River Cartwright? Let's hear it, Catfish. Now, in this episode, Roddy is on a date with a woman who I was creepily described as very beautiful. She put up boundaries, said, I do not want to get too intimate and too physical.
Mhm.
Roddy, respectful, didn't push. Sometimes, this is wrong, but sometimes when your hormones are going crazy, you do things that people they don't want you to do. And Roddy didn't. He respected her wishes. Up against Cartwright, and Cartwright kissed Louisa without her consent. So which of the two characters, those are just two examples from this episode, across 4 seasons in an episode, Catfish, which character is more respectful to women, Roddy Ho or River Cartwright?
Well, Bubba, I'm going to say since we named one of our new for this season games,
Mm-hmm.
the Roddy's raunchiness,
Yeah.
ridiculousness, or whatever we called it,
Yeah.
I would say over the balance of 4 seasons in one episode,
Yeah.
Roddy Ho is probably the most
Say it.
disrespectful
Oh my God.
to women
Oh
character
my God.
that I'm not. I don't say I like him, but I still enjoy him. The fact that he is so creepy as he is. If he was any creepier, there would be no way to even laugh at him. He would be so grossly disgusting.
On
So
his
I'm
date,
gonna
hold on.
say,
I'm just going to open this up. I'm
Mhm.
not going to say which way I'm going to, push or
Yeah, go
support.
ahead. Good. No, no, you're not.
But
Yeah.
I want you to tell me something on his date with an actual woman there next to him that Roddy did that was disrespectful.
Well, I mean, you had asked me, is this Crown Court debate about this episode or the entirety of the
No, it's
show?
the entirety of the show. I'm just saying that this episode is part of the entirety.
It's true. It's true.
So
It is.
this is, I believe, the first time we've seen him on a date. So, in your opinion, did he do anything wrong on this date that's disrespectful to women?
He did have that gross line that you have got the a precious cargo, and it was dripping with grotesqueness.
Mm, okay. So, okay, fine. So you believe across
Yeah, I
four
do. I
seasons in
do.
one
I do.
episode
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that River is more respectful for women.
I do not agree with that.
What do you mean? Wait, what are you saying?
I mean, I think if you want to make this, listen,
Yeah,
this should
I'm trying
be
to get a debate.
Your Honor,
Yes. Okay, please.
Court
Please.
magistrate,
Come on.
court magistrate. If the learned bewigged counsel
Yes.
Goldsmith, that sounds like a provincial name, Goldsmith. Is he
Sure.
from the outer colonies? The less than honorable Goldsmith here. If he wants to put a case up, perhaps he could put up Roddy Ho versus Jackson Lamb.
No, no, no,
With a
no. Okay,
right,
okay. You
heroic.
may I not approach the bench because I can win this case just sitting here. All right, so let's look at River. In season one, his
Hmm.
actions did what? It got Sid Baker killed. R.I.P. Olivia Cook, the actress. That is very disrespectful to women. In season two, or actually season one as well, what else did he do?
Uh-huh,
He
uh-huh.
broke into a woman Tavener's office, her personal space. He invaded her personal space. Do you remember that,
Got
Catfish?
it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Then let's think about season two, what he did.
Yeah, let's think about it. Let's think about what he did in
Listen,
season
are
two.
you thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
When
Yeah,
you
I'm
think about
thinking
it,
about
what's
it.
okay? So in season two,
Yeah,
do you not remember what he did?
I, I do not.
Okay, okay, let me explain what he did. He didn't listen, and he hold on.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah, yeah,
Louisa
yeah.
was mourning for Min. Louisa was double M Min mourning, and and River tried to push himself on her in season three. That was wrong. In season four,
Uh-huh.
the man that his mother had loved, he treated terribly. Again, disrespecting women. So therefore, Roddy respects women more.
You have convinced me that you can't find any better
What are you talking about?
evidence than what you
It
gave
was
me.
the who needs more evidence? The case rests.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely needs to rest because maybe it'll rise like yeast.
The defense rests.
Beautiful. Wow. Wow. You know what? I,
What?
s- what's great about this show is it picks up through the season,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping we can say the same thing about this
Hey,
podcast.
what do you mean?
All right, Bubba, next week,
Next week.
season 5, episode 2, Incommunicado.
Ooh.
Lamb intercepts an assassin. Taverner receives a key piece of intel about the Abbotsfield shooting.
Hmm.
Bum bum. And we will join you next week on
Slough
Slough
House.
House. In the middle of our street. Go to Abbott's first.